String manipulation. Everyone knows what a string is, right? A string is anything in what? In between double quotes or single quotes, right? So let's take a look at everything we can do that have to do with a string. The first one is to check the length of a string. And the inbuilt function len is used to check the length of a string. For example, and that will turn an integer. Okay, so I can write variable is equal to length of Afrikaner. Can you see? So in this case, the length of this string will be returned. How many letters do we have in Afrikaner? How many characters? 8. Then let me print. Oh, sorry. Is equal to, right? Print what? Variable. Okay. So if I print variable, then I should get what you guys tell me now. 8 and not 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I can also write print. I declared variable as length of Afrikaner, right? So, or I can also write print length of Afrikaner. You see the same thing. I hope you guys know that. What will length of Afrikaner do? Returns the length, isn't it? And that length is what is printed. It's still the same thing. Is that understood? Then another thing I can do is to declare a word as I am here now. Then find the length of this word. I can save it in the variable. I can just print it. Is that understood? Then I can write length is equal to length of word. Okay. Then print. Do you understand? So this should return what? The length of word. And don't forget that a space is a character. Do you know that? So if you are going to count this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this should print 13. Okay? So that is the length of word. Okay, good. Now that you know that, then I want to, what is concatenation, isn't it? Explain the escape sequence in string. One is tab. Tab. Tab means an 8-character space. If you want to leave 8-character space, what do I mean? Instead of printing, print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am a boy. Can you see? I have to type it. Or I wrote school 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Name. It prints this, isn't it? So instead of putting the space and start counting, what if you have a lot of things to type? So this keyword or this keyword /t, we put the tab by itself. Is that understood? Just \t. So that will put the 8-character space by itself instead of start typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 space. Is that understood? So for example, first name, middle name, surname. These are things I want to print, and I want to have a tab in between them. Is that understood? So first name, then that will be \t. Is that understood? Middle name, \t.
Does it work even if it's under the string?
You must write it inside the string. But \t is a special character. So \t is not printed. It is the value of \t that is printed, which is a tab. Is that understood? So if I run this code now, can you see it now? First name, middle name, surname. Was the backslash T printed? Because it is a special character. Is that understood? So like I said, if you find the length of variable, you have what? 28. Because slash T is a character, although a what? A special character. So if you count everything, including this special character, what do you have? 28. Is that understood? And when you print variable only, that is to print the word only, you can see the special character, the tab. Is that understood? It's as simple as that. So let's move forward to the next thing. So another thing is, what if I don't want to print? Do you notice that first name, middle name, and surname are printed on the same line, right? Separated with what? With a tab, isn't it? So what if I want to print them in each new line? So that means I will decide to write print. This prints each of them on a new line. But how many lines of code do I have here? So we can use one line of code to do this instead of writing 3 lines of code. So we use a special character called the new line character, which is a new line character, and that is /n, \n, new line character. It is also a character, just like typing enter. When you type enter on your keyboard, you have typed in a new line character. So that character is not printed, it just goes to a new line. But it is there. But it is not printed for you to see. But it is there. It is that character that takes the cursor to a new line. Is that understood? So if I go back here, instead of using 3 lines of code, then I write print first name \n, surname \n, then middle name. Can you see this, everyone? So surname, what did I write? The special character. If you run this code, then you should have it. Can you see? Each of them on a new line instead of writing 3 lines of code. Is this understood? So you can write as much things as possible on just one line. So if you want it to write a new line, you just put your \n. Yes, that /n is one character. It's a character, only that it is not printed for you to see, but it is there. Hmm? Yes, it will be 28. So if this is VAR is equal to this, then I can print the length of VAR. Okay, so if you print this, that prints 28. Now, what if you want to print a quote? For example, if I write this now, variable is equal to first name this. When you print variable, was the quote printed? What does the quote means? It's a string. So will that quote be printed? It will not be printed. So let's take, for example, I want to print Yusuf said he is good. I want this quote to be printed. Do you know that everything as a string must be in a quote, isn't it? And I want that quote. So I want to quote what Yusuf said. Yusuf said he is good. So he is good is what he said. I want to put that as a quote. So if I've written this, then I write variable, or let me say word, is equal to then the quote for the string, isn't it? Then Yusuf said he is good. There's going to be a problem because the second quote shows that that is the end of the string. All that becomes an error. Is that understood? Other becomes an error because the first quote, second quote means that is the end of the string. But is it the end of the string? No, I want that code to be printed. So you use backslash before writing the quotes. The one you want to print, put a backslash to the one you want to print. So I also want to print this backslash. Can you see? So the quote you want to print should precede with a backslash. So that quote will be printed. Is that understood? Then let me print word. Print word. So if you print this now, what does that give to us? Yusef said it is good. Can you see? The quote is now printed. So the quote you want to print should have a preceding backslash. Is this understood? Good. Say is, what if I use a single quote at the beginning and the end? Do I still need to use a backslash? The answer is no. Because in this case, you have used single quote for the what? For the string. So double quote is not denoting the string. So this will run successfully. Is that understood? This will run successfully. But what if you use a single quote and you want to write Yusuf said is good? Look at it. Would you have used double quotes for this is? Do you understand? Although we've used a single quote for the string, isn't it? But Yusuf said is what? Is good, for example. I want to short is, isn't it? So I want to make it is. So would you have printed this will give an error, right? But you want to print that quote, isn't it? That means you should what? You should have a what? A preceding backslash. Is that understood? So that is what is printed. Is this understood? So at the end of the day, when you print this, you have Yusuf said is